What's up, y'all? It's Drinks on the Rizzy getting busy. Back with another video. You know how it goes. So here, listen. This video is about my mama, okay? If you know, you know. If you don't, you're slow, baby. I can't get you caught up right now about the relationship between me and my mama. You just have to know. Because it's too hot and I'm too bothered right now to, explain the dynamics of the relationship between me and my mom. And it's rocky and it's toxic and it's a thorn in my flesh, because I want to love my mama so much. I want us to be good friends. I want to trust her. I want to believe that she loves me, but the same way I feel like she loves me, as much as she loves me, I feel like she hates me at the same time. And that's my dilemma. The person I want to be my best friend is also my worst, sometimes can be my worst enemy. Like, she the only one who could really kind of shake me to tears. I'm even coming out of that too, but in the past, even as an adult, she's made me cry plenty of times as an adult. I have nightmares about her making me cry as an adult. And I'm trying to explain to her what I need from her for our relationship to thrive. What I need from her is a 52-year-old woman. What I need from my 76-year-old mama to do is, she's not a woman who's of dementia. She's of sound mind and body. She is healthy. She has not been hospitalized ever. You hear me? My mama has never been in a hospital, ever been hospitalized for nothing. She never even caught COVID. To God be all the glory. Even God be all the glory to those who did catch COVID. But, God be glory to all of us. But still, y'all know what I'm saying. She ain't caught COVID. Who ain't caught COVID? Everybody done caught COVID. Not my senior mom. She's a phenomenally, physically, she's physically phenomenal, and she's mentally phenomenal. Just like Peach. But she's a narcissist. A severe narcissist, if you ask me. And one of my main things that I feel like makes you a narcissist is if you sit up there and run away every time somebody want to have a talk. Run away when they want to have a talk. I called my mama, just to tell her about how, I was seeing a therapist now, psychiatrist, and getting myself some help for what's going on in my life or whatnot, which I'm not ashamed of. I'd rather get help than to fall apart. Maybe the help will help me, maybe it won't, but it's worth a try, in my opinion. More about that on my other channel, My Rocky Life, Life with a Y. But it's in the description on this video if you want to check out my other channel that is growing ever so slowly, but I need to work on it more anyway. But yeah, to make a long story short, mommy gonna sit up there and start throwing that up in my face, like throwing up. She got anxiety too, and she's, everybody's dumping on her and pouring on her, and she don't need to hear it from me. And she was using this voice like, I'm have anxiety too. I have depression too. I'm not perfect either. Like, really, like, talking in that voice, y'all. And I just had to I didn't hang up on her. I was trying to, but I couldn't, because I was like, it's one thing if you screaming at me, I will hang up on you, or if you using that tone like my mom uses. Like, my mama don't scream at me, but she uses that voice like, well, Roxanne, listen, and it's the same voice my grandma used to use with her. And my grandma used to make my mama cry. Even when my mom was an adult, she would make my grandma cry by just constantly saying certain things to her. I don't know what she was saying, but at the same time, my grandma was really good to my mama. My mama loved my grandma so good. And I remember my grandma had her good and her bad, just like my mama. But I wasn't raised by my grandma. She helped raise us, but I wasn't solely raised by her. So I don't know what all my mom went through, but I feel like some of it is nurture, how she was treated. Some of it is nature, what she inherited by blood. And I am fighting to get every day to make sure, a goddamn well, I may be a lot of things, but I ain't gonna be no narcissist mother. I'm just not. I may be some other things, but I'm not. Even if I talk to my psychiatrist about it, like, ask them, do I sound like I'm narcissist? Because I don't care if our whole family could go up before the judge. I'm willing to have family counseling, but my mom wants to start using that voice. She know that's going to get me to feel uncomfortable and want to end the conversation. It's her way of being mean, being spiteful, because she don't want to hear how I want to be treated so that our relationship can be better. Because she gonna say I'm being a defiant daughter, probably because I'm not which sounds ridiculous, calling your 50-something-year-old daughter defiant. But that's how she would come at me. She still in her mind thinks that I'm a little kid when I try to remind her in the nicest way. Like, she want to turn it into something so horrible that makes me look like the bad guy. We don't. Then she told me to have mercy with her. I'm like, have mercy with me also, because I'm not perfect. It just have mercy. But mama, you know, don't come on. She act like she dumb. She act like she don't know what. She act like she y'all. She act like she's slow. She act like she don't know what she's doing to me. And that's the thing. Do you know, or is you pretending not to know? Because narcissists are weird. And I'm weird, but I don't want to be. I've been catching myself, like, make sure you don't be no narcissist. Especially towards your kids and the people that you help in your life. Make sure you're not a narcissist, because the narcissist is somebody you depend on a lot of time. Whether you depend on them for certain things and they help you out with a lot of things, or they are somebody that you want their love, affection, attention, then they can abuse you and misuse their power and the relationship and be a narcissist. That's what Peaches is talking about with Mama Tracy. Like, Mama Tracy might have provided some good clothes for them and had name brand stuff for them and always had a clean house and did so much for her other kids, but it still don't, like, at the same time, when it comes to her daughter, she to Peaches, she allegedly humiliated her for whatever reason, publicly humiliated her in front of the family, in front of friends, company, for whatever reason she wanted to. But I want to see her and Peach have a conversation, because Peach seems ready to go face to face with Mama Tracy before the board, before the people, to hash it out. I'm willing to go before the board, not because I want everybody to bash my mama, not because I want everybody to side on me, because I want to see the truth. I want this shit unbiased. I want an unbiased person that has all our best interests at heart, or none of our best interests at heart, to come into the picture, just so that they'll keep it real. And when I say they have no, when I say I want somebody that has none of the best interests at heart for us, I mean somebody who is just like, don't have a dog in the fight. You know what I'm saying? So they just gonna keep it real. Like, they gonna keep it 100 on how they feel about the situation. And I want somebody with wisdom also. There's wisdom and has intelligence and emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? To be the one that we go before. And then I would rather too go before just some, maybe even some biased bystanders too, because I'll chop them down too, because I know that I'm right in this sense. I know that I am, so I'm ready to talk about it. But she always wanna get me to get off the phone. Like, then you throwing up that I was talking to you earlier about my mental issues, and you throw that up. I have that too. Well, mama, you could call me and talk to me and say, Mom, I've been calling you. I mean, daughter, I'm calling you because I just want to talk to somebody about how I've been feeling lately. And we could talk, but 9 times out of 10, she don't call me. And then she try to throw that up too. Like, that's why I don't call nobody. I don't call because everybody want to pour and dump on me. And my sister, which her sister is somebody who I can plainly see bullies my mom, her older sister, who's also been a backbone and been there for her in a lot of ways, even been there for us, my mama's kids, in a lot of ways. My mama even liked to dictate how my relationship with my aunt, like, I can only be cool with my aunt or my mama think that I could be cool with my aunt, but she feel like she could. Because I told her my aunt was had decorated. Because my aunt don't live too far from me. That's another estranged relationship. But I hadn't seen my aunt for years until the other day. I decided to stop by and see my aunt because my mom seemed to, in a way that it seemed like she feel like she could dictate whether I go see my aunt or not at 52 years old. I'm 52 years old. My aunt in her 80s, my mama in her 70s, and my mama seemed to feel like, when I was telling her like my aunt's place is looking good outside on the patio, and my mama, I don't, if she, I wouldn't go visit, I wouldn't go knock on her door, cause your aunt is funny, like your aunt is funny. I wouldn't go see her, I wouldn't go talk to her. Like every time I break, like just, and I let that keep me away from my aunt. So many things my mama say made me stay away from my dad. And it's just like, because the way my mama say things, when she say, well, I didn't do this, or I wouldn't do this, or it's like basically she's saying that I shouldn't do it. I know what my mama mean when she say it, how she say it, when she say it. She mean that I shouldn't do it either. And I ain't even brought that up to her because that would be a blazing argument. So I didn't bring that up. Like, but I do bring up other stuff. Like the other day I was going past the Boys and Girls Club, and I was on the phone with her, and my granddaughter was interested in going to the Boys and Girls Club. My mama, don't put them in Boys and Girls Club. Don't put them in that club because something happened to your kid, your grandkid. No, she didn't even say that. She was like, don't put them there. Don't put them in that Boys and Girls Club. Don't put them in that. I'm like, and she get mad because I'm saying, Mama, I hear your advice and I take a lot of your advice, but the way you say it is you just tell me, like, what if I do, like, when she say that, if I enroll my grandkids to the Boys and Girls Club, which I'm not their parent anyway. It's up to their mom and dad. Are you going to tell their mom and dad that? No, but you're going to speak to me any type of way. So, because she take my kids and my grandkids side against mine. Even my kids admitted to that. They said that. Like, yeah, she always choose us over you. Like, my grown kids have admitted that. I don't know what it is about me. I don't know if it's because maybe I do remind my mom of my dad. I don't know. I don't know if it's because of just my personality. Maybe it's just because of my sign. Our signs is clashing. I don't know what it is. But I've always just wanted my mama to love me. I wanted to be like her in a lot of ways. But she don't see none of that. And so when I was going past the Boys and Girls Club, I was just telling her, like, a better way for you to have said it to me, in my opinion. And mind you, I can barely get sentences out. She cut me off every sentence and I'm letting her talk. I mean, it could be just a normal sentence. Like, I said that I didn't take my kids to visit the doctor as often because it seemed like doctors prescribe extra vaccines that is unneeded. She reflected it back to how she was as a parent, and the reason she took us is because this and this and that. She'll interrupt what I'm saying, like I'm trying to comfort her as a parent, and I'm not. Like, she want to be perfect, and I guess she feel like everything I say is good about she agree with, or I feel like I made a good choice for myself. I'm coming against her parenting, which I'm not. That's in your own mind. It's on your own head. I did come for you, so I did come for her, but I came for her. When I came for her, I told her exactly. I don't talk in circles. I told her exactly what I had personally had an issue with, so no, and I didn't have an issue with all of her parenting, just some things, especially respecting me as an adult. I often say some of her worst crimes committed in our relationship, in my opinion, was when I was an adult. She did it when I was an adult, and that's why I could draw the line. Like, you can't treat me any type of way. I'm an adult. You can't say anything to me any type of way. I don't depend on you for nothing but being a mom. Like, as far as, I want your friendship, I want to start a relationship, but I don't depend on her for I go a whole year without talking to her. That show you that I'm independent of her. But it's nice to have your mom's help if you can get it, even if it's physically or financially or whatnot. But I don't bother my mom for nothing. I'm the captain of this ship over here, and I'm raising my 3 grandkids. She don't have them. She could probably see them on the street and would have to stare for a minute like this. Yo, my grandkid, she wouldn't know him right away. So it ain't nothing like that. Not saying that my mom ain't been a good grandma. She know my kids. She was a good grandma to my kids. As far as, I ain't gonna say she was a good, I ain't gonna say she was a good grandma. I know my kids liked her and loved her. Love and life is two different things. We all love her, but they liked her because she was sweet to them and always took their side against me and all that. Never whooped them or did anything, you know. She was a grandma to them, but they wasn't comfortable how she would treat me sometimes. How she, when they got older, they started feeling kind of weird, like, about what she would say about me and my household when I wasn't present. Because my kids, most of my kids, I got 3 adult kids, we done formed a bond. And we each other's friends and we look out for each other. We barely get into it. I only get into it with one of my daughters, which she's one of my 3 children, and she I don't get into it with her. She fall out with me and it come back when she want to. And I still continue to help her financially or any way that I can. Not saying I was the perfect mom either. I experienced homeless. They had to go stay with their dad. And their dad, I found out he had hurt them by whooping them too hard, physically abusive. And one of my kids got bit by a dog while they was over there. Like, I have regrets about certain things. I didn't keep the house really tidy. They could have been in danger, in my house with me, it being cluttered or, It's things I haven't been, and then they never really come to me. I'm here, I'm ready, I'm open. A narcissist will run, man. A narcissist, I'm telling you, that's the sign of me, it will run. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to be confronted. They don't want to talk about it. They're going to find some way to lead a conversation or hang up on your ass or walk away or turn it and reflect it back on you. But they're never going to take any type of accountability. Like, the most they'll say is, I know I wasn't perfect, but my mama is not, at least Mama Tracy says she knows she wasn't perfect and she admitted a lot of things about herself. My mama, my mama's not going to admit shit because maybe she don't know. But yeah, I just had to get that off my chest. I had to come to face, did I say the French word again? Excuse my French. Not Facebook, YouTube. I had to come to YouTube, which is my favorite platform. Only my favorite right now. I may branch out to others later as I grow. But anyway, speaking of growth, if you could recognize or empathize or sympathize in any type of way, you could relate, or maybe you think that I'm wrong in some type of way, or you think that, I'm being too sensitive, like people say Peach being sensitive, or I shouldn't put my mom's business out here on YouTube or whatnot for $1. Oh well, she shouldn't keep doing this to me. She had me, so whatever happens by her having me having my kids. If they want to exploit me or whatever they do, they do. I chose to have kids, so we have to deal with what we have to deal with. So anyway, what we didn't have a choice was who our parents was going to be. We didn't have a choice to be born or not. So, Anyway, y'all, like I said, drop it down in the comments. If you hate this video, slam that thumbs down. You ain't got to just hit the thumbs up. If you don't like it, don't neglect the thumbs down. Just vote. Let your what you feel out into the universe, okay? Let your thoughts and what you think about this and how you feel, release it to the universe. All right? Sorry I ain't had no drink for y'all today, but I did have something, didn't I? I had something. Get your vice. Watch this video again if you need to, because I know I don't speak the best, so sometimes when I'm articulating, it don't sound that good. But anyway, we're going to keep working on it. Me and Peach got a lot of comments. That's why I be tagging her in these videos, though. Not just trying to use her name. But anyway, Drinks on the Rocks out of here. Until next time, hurry up and bye.